I think the goal of every steelheader is to become proficient to the point where the process is intuitive. You don't really think about what you're doing. I know I don't think about every cast, I don't think about every presentation. I'm reacting to what the river is giving me. It's feedback that I'm using to change my presentation in such a way to get the fly down quicker, to keep it in the zone longer, and then have it fish more efficiently as you work down through the run. This piece of water, it looks like it's fairly uniform in terms of the flow, but actually when you put a fly line on it, you'll see that it's fast right here near our feet, it's slower in the middle, and then it picks up speed again out in the middle deep part of the river, and we have to address those different rates of flow when our fly line's on the water, because if we just left the line on the water without doing anything, you'd have this belly that formed and your fly would come through too quickly and you wouldn't be making a good presentation. So I'm going to show you a couple things that I do that I don't really think about doing, but I believe it helps get the fly in the zone quicker and keeps it there longer. I'm going to make 4 casts here, and each cast has a purpose. Normally I would work out in 3-foot lengths out to my fishing length, but I wanted to show the process that I go through when I step into a piece of water to get that feedback I was talking about. The first cast is going to be very short. It's just going to give me a sense of what the water's doing right here in front of me. Well, there's that belly forming. I know this water's moving way too fast right at my feet, and that's going to affect my presentation when the fly actually is being presented in the run out there at 100 feet. So my next cast is going to be a little bit longer. Let's just throw out a cast with, I don't know, let's go 6 or 8 feet of running line. This is going to put the fly just beyond the fast water. I'm going to make a big mend because I know I have to take this fast water into account, or else this fast water will pull my fly out of the slot way too soon. And I'm going to hold it back a little bit and kind of work it out there because I want that fly to sink and really fish through that slower water out there. I had to manipulate the line a little bit to let the slow water catch up to this fast water. If I had put the line on the fast water, it would have just pulled that right through the bucket and wouldn't have been a very good presentation. But here's one little thing that I add when I'm casting across these varied currents. I aerialize my mend. I reach upriver while the fly line's turning over. And what I've done is I set that fly line up early, and I don't have to mend again. I just raise my rod tip to keep the line off the fast water in front of me and then drop it as it comes into the bucket and hang on. I didn't have to mend again. So that was a perfect presentation across those 2 currents. Now let's pull off a little more line. Now we're going to cast across all 3 currents out there. So what happens when you cast across all 3 currents is your fly line's going to get all these S's in it. And there they are, 1, 2, well, I make 1 mend into the slack water, and I'm going to raise my rod tip to keep it off the fast water. And as it comes across the pool, I see there's some more squiggles. Well, to get rid of the squiggles, all you have to do is lead the line downriver a little bit, and that little bit of belly that forms takes all the slack out of your fly line and makes a nice smooth presentation. And again, this isn't something that I think about, it just becomes intuitive because when you encounter enough places like this, you kind of just know what you need to do to get the fly into the zone and keep it there for the longest arc during the swing. Reach upriver, upstream mend, maybe 1 more little mend. See, the water has changed there now. And there's a lot of slack in that, so I'm going to have to lead it downriver a little bit to get rid of the squiggles in the fly line. Now it's nice and smooth coming across. And that's the thing. On every cast, it changes. The river, the current, the shape of the fly line on the water, it changes with every cast. So you can't go out and make the same cast every time using the same fly and the same sink tip and hope to get the best results. Adapt, modify your presentation, and do it enough times that the whole process becomes kind of second nature. And you don't have to think about it because we're supposed to be having fun. And it's when you're not thinking about it and trying hard that it does become fun. Now I need a fish.